Well, hello everyone and welcome to this Star Citizen discussion video. Currently my Star Citizen gameplay is non-existent. I'm just sitting there going, waiting for that Star Runner, waiting for that Star Runner, waiting for that Star Runner. So I thought, instead of me just doing something for the sake of recording, like maybe doing some trading runs or maybe doing a wee bit mining and then just talking to you that way, I thought I'd be as well actually solidifying and getting a video specifically about my fleet and what my plans are. This is not my plans. This is to give you a quick show of what I have currently, and then I've got another tab to show you what my plans are. Now I want to preface this whole video with just saying that I do not believe you should be spending a penny more than getting the Star Citizen starter pack and a copy of, I'd upgrade it to the 42, a Star Citizen starter pack with the 42 upgrade. I do not recommend spending a penny more than that unless you have a very specific mindset. And that very specific mindset is you want to give the developers more money to help them. Not if you want bigger, better ships, I do not think it's worth it. If your only reason for putting money into the game is you want ships, I do not think it's worth it. I do not think it's worth it whatsoever. When I'm putting money into the game, I say normally every time I'm paid from my day job, I'll go and I'll be like, right, here's a 20 sheet to Star Citizen because I want to support it. Not because I want bigger and better ships. So the only reason I have a plan with bigger and better ships is because I plan to maintain that sort of every time I'm paid, I go, right, there's a 20 sheet to Star Citizen. So with that said, that's what I think. That's my personal opinion. That's the way I look at it. You might disagree. That's perfectly fine. It's a world where you're allowed to disagree. So maybe you're richer in real life than me and you're like, no, I just want to buy these ships. I don't want to have to earn them in game. Then yeah, that's perfectly fine. You do you. But I'm saying for me, personally, I don't think, if it wasn't for the fact that I really wanted to badly support the developers, I really want them to see this vision come true, then I would not be, I'd be like starter pack and that's it. Starter pack and Squadron 42, just because you get this second game that much, like half price basically. I'm like, yeah, that would be it. That would not be spending another penny on it. So, with that preface all said, let's jump in and let's get some descriptions of what this is. First of all, we'll talk about the Gladius because it's first. Actually, you know what? No, we'll leave you for a second. We'll talk about the Avenger here. And why do I have this Avenger right now? It's my game package. It's what I'm playing on. Simple as. And when you've got spare credits lying around, it's a no-brainer to upgrade it to an Avenger Titan over one of the other stars. Not much really else to talk about. So yeah, so that's you. The Cutlass Blue. At first you may be like, why a Cutlass Blue? The reason for the Cutlass Blue is this is a placeholder for the Mercury Star Runner. Yep, and why Cutlass Blue? Again, anything could be a placeholder for the Mercury Star Runner. It's simply because, technically at the moment in-game, this is a 300i. But I've got two upgrades sitting, waiting, ready to be applied to take that 300i to, I think it's a Taurus first, a Constellation Taurus, then a Constellation Taurus to an Avenger Blue. I've got the two of them just sitting in my hangar, waiting to be applied, and so yeah, there we go, that's that. And then once the Star Runner comes out, I plan to either upgrade it straight from the Taurus or from the Cutty Blue to a Star Runner straight away. Right away, right that second, I want the Star Runner. That is my foreseeable future. What I want is a Star Runner to run like missions with my children. Speaking of which, I did get an email from Shadow. Shadow is being delayed until November for me, so it's going to be early November at the earliest, I finally get that sort of gameplay with the wee ones. So yes, yeah, Star Runner, I want you so bad. So yeah, your placeholder for the Star Runner. And you do have LTI, because this was originally Archimedes or a Merlin, I can't remember which one it was, but if you had a referral in this certain time period, you got one of them free with LTI. So this does have LTI. It was originally an Archimedes or a Merlin, I can't remember which one. I think it was a Merlin. Yeah. So you do have LTI, and that's my plan there, and I plan to leave you as a Mercury Star Runner forever with LTI. I'm just don't know if I'm going to use the blue to upgrade or just get rid of the blue upgrade and upgrade straight from the Taurus. I suppose that if they have a War Bond upgrade option, I don't think they will, but if they do, I'll have to use actual new money instead of old money I've got in the game. So then that'll be, obviously, the blue would be the better upgrade option there, but we need to wait and see, And then the Gladius, technically I don't have you this second either. I'm currently sitting at 9 referrals. And instantly anyone that knows the referral program will instantly know why, because as soon as I hit that 10, I get this with LTI, which will be brilliant as another LTI token and a $90 upgrade to my fleet, basically. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and it's given at this point. It is a given that I'm going to get to that 10, even if no one ever refers to me again, like signs up and uses me as the referee. I'm still going to get it, because at some point in the next year or so, I'm going to be wanting a second account as my pirate account. So I've got a pirate account and I've got my main account. I'll be playing on my main account 99.9% of the time, but I want to have that option of the pirate account there. So yeah. And initially the pirate account isn't going to be a pirate account. I think I'm pretty sure I've described this before, but initially it's going to be my starting from scratch with absolute zero account. So one of the things that worries me about me upgrading ships is it might be killing replayability for me, because why play the game? Like, the main motivation to play the game for me would be to earn money and buy bigger, better ships. And if I've already got like a massive leg up in that department, it might kill some replayability. So my pirate account is initially going to be like an account to start with nothing, just in case I want to have that extra replayability. I think that's what the initial motivation for me to play is going to be. But I think in the long run, it's going to be playing with people, multi-crew, and just, yeah. So there's going to be more. Don't get me wrong when I'm saying it could kill replayability, but I'm just talking about me personally. I think my initial replayability before, like, when I first play, I'm going to be like, oh, wanting to earn money, get bigger, better ships. That's going to be my initial motivation. And then I think it eventually will evolve into the other. I'm just thinking about what motivates me personally to play games. This is not, yeah. So yes, I'm definitely going to be getting you no matter what. Back to this second. And yeah, so that is what I have right now. Well, 300i, it's like placeholder for the Star Runner, and Gladius we will be getting very soon. Then you're going to be going bye-bye. At some point this is going to be going bye-bye, because it's not a 42 pack. I'm probably going to, well, instead of going this, I'm going to swap tabs, and boom, you see now this. And this is my plans for, I don't know, a year or two down the line. Once every time I'm paid, I'm going to keep putting a 20 sheet in. This is going to be my plan. First of all, you may ask, why an elf, the Mustang Alpha? Well, the plan is the Mustang Alpha is going to be my game pack with 42. So I don't want, this is not a ship for the ship. This is a ship for the games. This is basically me purchasing the games. That's what this ship represents. And I really should have used this earlier on when I was talking about them. Star Runner, I love the Star Runner. Assuming it's not a heaping pile of garbage, because obviously we can't be 100% sure until we get our hands on it and play it in game, and we get the data running, and we get other little facets of this ship that aren't even going to be there at release. So assuming it is not a heaping pile of garbage, it is going to be my daily runner, as people call it, and it's also one of the ships I'm most excited to play with a small crew. Specifically, by small crew, I mean my family. I'm really looking forward to just taking out this ship with 1 or 2 members of my family and just doing something really slow paced, something really relaxing, like a couple of cargo missions or delivery missions. Just something really slow paced, leisure, safe area. Yeah, just not breaking bank, but positive. Well, not breaking bank. Breaking bank's bad. Not raking in the cash, but it's still staying in the positive, like money making wise. That's what my plan is for this ship. Then obviously I'll be able to use it for other stuff like data running and all sorts, and so yeah, you'll still get the profitability there. The mole, very similar, but for mining specifically. So again, small multi-crew ship, mining, and then Hull C, again, the same again, but focusing on trade runs. So yeah, probably wouldn't be you for the trade runs, probably be just the Hull C, safe area, trade runs. And so you can see I could play with my family on any one of these 3 ships. And then I've got, for friends, when I've got friends on, we can play, not hardcore, but you know what I mean, like more hardcore, not just laid back, like you got the right box, right, go on, and you go take it to the building, you know what I mean, a bit more grown up atmosphere. And then I suppose the wee ones will evolve into that sort of atmosphere as they get older. My plans as well, you may notice that these are, well, excluding the alpha, this is all very economic based, and that is my plan. Because this is, because I've got that ship, that other account I'm planning to get, is what I mean, not ship. I've got that other account where I'm planning to start with absolutely nothing. I want this to kind of be not the polar opposite, but as polar opposite as you can get without just owning all the big ships. You know what I mean? I'm wanting a very solid sort of economical base, like the Star Runner, if it goes by my current plans, is going to have LTI. One of these is going to be a Gladius. Well, the Gladius is going to upgrade into one of these, giving it LTI. And then the third one, I'll probably pick up an LTI token and upgrade. So these will probably all have LTI, so I'm not going to be losing them no matter what. The Alpha, yeah, meh. Yeah, it can go. Don't care. I'll probably sell it the second the game starts just to have a wee bit of money to pay for cargo or upgrading the mole to get a mining laser. So I don't know. You'll be getting sold as soon as the game officially launches, if that's possible to sell ships. Or even scrapped. Just take it to a scrap dealer myself and it's like, this is pristine and new. Where'd you steal it from? Oh, I didn't steal it, I just don't want it. Like, what? Yeah. So yeah. These will all have LTI, it'll be impossible to lose, and then that'll give me an economical ground, solid base to expand upon, because something that is important to me is to play as much of the game as possible. I want to experience as much of the game as possible. The only thing I'm not really excited about is dogfighting. I'm not interested in the dogfighting whatsoever. But I still want to experience it a wee bit. So the goal is a really strong economic base to then buy like a lot of other ships, basically. Strong money-making foundation to then buy and fund all the other wacky adventures that I could possibly go on. And you could argue then, well, combine all 3 of these into one even bigger ship, like a bigger hull, or either the Orion, or I don't know, whatever, like that. And then I'm like, I don't want this, even though I've got this strong economic foundation, again, is what I'm talking about, I still want to earn something bigger. And I really like the thought of small multi-crew gameplay, like with 3, 4 most other players, and just going about doing that sort of thing. I do like the thought of being a part of a crew, a really large human crew, but I also at the same time don't want that to be my day-to-day in-game experience. So these are the sort of butter zone, the mid-tier ships, the best of both worlds. So yeah, don't know what else to say now. I think that's as sort of finalised my plans, my thoughts. I will say I've heard a lot of people say that you shouldn't get the hull C, simply because it is the most common ship in the verse, so pirates are easily going to know how to tackle it and take it down. And I used to agree with that. One, because yeah, like if you playing as a pirate, you're going to be coming across AI with a ship all the time. You're going to know how to, you're going to know its weak spots like the back of your hand. But that's against player pirates. If you're in a safer area of space, I don't expect you to be coming across player pirates all too much. And the AI pirates you do come across probably ain't going to have the firepower to quickly disable this ship's weak points. And its competitors, price range, its main competitor is the... oh, I can't believe I forgot its name. Caterpillar. The Caterpillar, and the price range wise, its main competitor is the Caterpillar. And it's just does not have anywhere near, like, this ship is cheaper than the Caterpillar, and the Caterpillar's cargo is just nowhere near. It is not even on the same level cargo capacity wise. And its main competitor cargo capacity wise is probably the Banu Merchantman, but the Banu Merchantman is vastly more expensive. It is a lot more expensive. I think it's $100 more expensive. And then in-game that'll... because the more expensive things are outside the game, it's like exponential growth. So one of the main channels I like to follow is Info Runners. And one of their gospels, I'll say, is sell your fighters, and you shouldn't have ships under $200 because they're going to be so easy to earn in game price wise because of exponential growth. So I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before, but a ship worth $50 might be like 1,000 credits, or we'll say 1,000,000 credits in game, so it's closer to being realistic. And but a ship worth $100 might be worth 3 million credits. Then you go to $150 and it's up to 8 million credits. Then you go to $200 and it's up to 15 million credits. Now, this is just an example. The exponential growth. A ship, the more expensive of a ship, the credits go up faster, is what I'm trying to say. So on a graph, it would curve up. So yeah. So yeah, the Banu Merchantman being $100 more outside the game, in game it is going to be a lot more, like, credits. And it just makes it feel like it's not. It's kind of like it's meant, it should be. The Banu Merchantman, you're getting a lot more there. You are getting the shops, you're getting other stuff, but just from the pure cargo capacity is what I was interested in. It is a no-brainer to me just how much cheaper this one is for doing the same job. If you wanted those shops, or if you wanted to fly through more dangerous space, the Banu Merchantman starts to become the no-brainer. So it's just, for me specifically, the hull C seems like the no-brainer. Plus, I'm probably going to get shot down in flames for this one, but the Banu Merchantman, aesthetics-wise, doesn't appeal to me. And I know MISC, one of the things they do not do well is, well, to some people MISC Their looks, their aesthetics really appeal to them. But the Freelancer to me is meh. Most of the MISC line is meh. The Reliant, oh wait, no. The Reliant series, mwah. But when you start getting into like the Hull series, I'm actually like, you know, that kind of looks cool. Like the cargo on the exterior, it's, yeah. When it's folded down, I'm like, meh. Flying sausage, meh. But when it's unloaded like this, I'm like, oh. So yeah. I think that is pretty much everything. That is my plans for the foreseeable future. Pretty well detailed. Obviously, there is a lot that's subject to change. There's that refinery ship that was talked about recently. That could drastically change things up. And it's going to have to give me some serious food for thought. Because getting past this point is going to be pretty hard with just putting a 20 sheet in every time I'm paid in the next, like, 3 years. And adding another ship that's probably going to cost around the same price mark as these three. You will notice they're all roughly the same price mark. You're 215, 220 or something, I think. You're about the 3 mark and you're about the 250 mark. So they're all in the 200 to 300. Adding another ship, well, doing my 20 sheet a pay, that would be over 10 pays, like 10 to 15 extra pays. So just say a year and a bit, just for, yeah, that's a year and a bit, just for that one extra ship's worth of extra, just 20 sheets. So we'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. This is my plans, subject to change. And yeah, really looking forward to taking some of these free ships out with a small multi-crew. The Mole's in game at the moment, but it's also the most expensive of the frees, and it's also the one probably going to have to wait the longest. The Mercury Star Runner, oh yes, it's going to be out very soon. Literally, as I'm talking, probably the next week it's going to be out. I'm going to have my hands on it in less than a week. The Hull C, we're just waiting on the last few bits of tech, like the station docking and the cargo, physicalized cargo grids moving thing, whatever it is, and I think that's the last two things. The Hull C itself is actually finished. Oh, mommy, daddy. And yeah. So, I hope yous have all enjoyed this. You've seen my food for thought, my ramblings on what my fleet is at the moment, and what I plan it to be in the future. I'll see yous all next time. Bye. Bye.